when we hear and read about and discuss prices and statistics of house prices, we hear about two things: medians and averages. What I thought I will do with this video is discuss quickly what is an average, what is a median, what does it mean, and which one should we use when we discuss price statistics. The first thing is to understand what is a median and what is an average price. So a median is the middle point between a series of numbers. So say between 700,000 and 750,000, the median will be the midpoint at that level. The average would be the sum of all the figures in that specific set of numbers, and that sum will be then divided by the numbers or by the quantity of the numbers. Let's look at a few examples. So if we look at this list of numbers between $750,000, so there are 11 transactions here, the midpoint or median in this case is going to be $728,000. The average, which will be all of those numbers or all of those transactions summed and then divided by 11, is going to be $728,300. So in this case, there's no big difference between the median and the average. They're basically the same. But what if we change one of those numbers? And again, let's look at the list again. So we have taken the same numbers, the same list of numbers, but we dropped the initial number or the first number to $200,000. This means that the median point or the midpoint and the median is still $728,000, but the average now has dropped to $682,000. So there's a big difference right now between the median and the average. And if we do exactly the same exercise with the same numbers and we change the top number, so if we look again at this list, we have kept the same number of transactions, but we change the top number to 1 million, the average now is going to go up to $915,700, but the median point is going to be exactly the same, $728,000. This means that when discussing price statistics, medians are much more stable and represent what is happening in the market in general more accurately. So when should we use medians and when should we use averages? If we're working in an area where all the houses are more or less the same and the prices of the sales prices are more or less the same, there's nothing wrong with working or discussing averages. For example, if we are selling houses in a big subdivision where all the houses are basically the same and the prices are more or less the same, averages are fine and very accurate. But if we are working in an area where houses are different, prices will be different, discussing median is more accurate and more stable over the long period of time, and this is what we should do. So remember those two things, the average, the medians, and according to where and how you work, discuss averages or medians, basing your decision on what you think is more accurate and more stable in the area that you're working in.